Hi, Jen. Wow, you look gorgeous today. You want to be my girlfriend?
All right, then. Autobots, transform. Roll for the show.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And now, the USCFL Network, in association with YouTube, presents the USCFL Postgame Show. Here's once again is Robbie Graham.
Greetings, cartoon and football fans. This is Robbie Graham of the USCFL Network bringing you the action and highlights of an historic Week 7 of the USCFL's 2025 season as we continue to celebrate our 45th year and 20th year online. If you're joining us for the first time, may we extend to you a cordial welcome and we hope you'll enjoy everything this channel has to offer. We also invite you to take a moment to subscribe to this channel and join our team. Believe me when I tell you that I, along with you, has to deal with how things are these days. It's hard to try to relax, not knowing what tomorrow might bring, how everything has gotten expensive, if whether or not we will have a job tomorrow. Believe me, I know. So please, take a moment to unwind for about an hour each week to watch one of our videos. It won't cost you a single penny, and it might even bring a smile to your face. Have the kids watch along with you. There is nothing in our videos parents will find offensive, for we strive to be one of YouTube's least offensive channels by providing a different spin about your favorite cartoon characters from the past and present that doesn't reflect upon their true legacies. If we don't mention your favorite character or characters, please leave a comment and we will answer your questions. Also be sure to ring the bell to alert you of when we put up any new videos. The USCFL is on Patreon, and you can help support us for as low as $3 a month to as much as $5 a month, which averages out to 10 to 17 cents a day. In time, we can offer merchandise and other perks to help show your love for America's oldest fantasy football league. In 1 minute, find out one of the reasons why we said this week's games were historic when we talk about and present the highlights of Game 13 between the DIC All-Stars and the defending champs Team Canada from Edmonton. Welcome back. In Edmonton, the DIC All-Stars took on the defending champions, Team Canada. In round one, DIC performed the first shutout game in 6 years when they defeated the Classics 32-0. The defending champs lost to the 80s All-Stars on opening night by 1 point, 24-23, after the league agreed to allow them to play at home, win or lose. For this game, Team Canada was the designated visiting team. The results of this game wasn't the reason why this game was historic, but it was about how one player established not one, but 2 new records. In the first quarter, Jonesy Garcia of 16 got the defending champs going with a field goal. Then about a minute later, backup cornerback Janine Melnitz from the Real Ghostbusters recovered a fumble off of a punt return and ran it back 40 yards for a touchdown as DIC led 7-3 after the first quarter. In the second quarter onward, it was all Team Canada. First, backup running back Justin, filling in for Harold, scored on a 4-yard touchdown run to go up 10-7. 5 minutes later, Izzy threw a 5-yard touchdown pass to Gwen to go up 17-7. With less than a minute left in the half, Harold scored on a 2-yard touchdown run to go up 24-7 at halftime. The only score of the third quarter was Harold's second touchdown run from 2 yards out to lead 31-7. Jonesy's second field goal put Team Canada up 34-7. With over 5 minutes left in the game, Izzy threw her second touchdown pass to Jude Lazowski of 16 from 1 yard out as Team Canada won 41-7. Team Canada will be the home team for round 3, while Dick will remain on the road. As for the stats in this game, beginning with Dick, Sonic the Hedgehog finished 15 of 30 for 143 yards and 1 interception. He also rushed for 65 yards on 6 carries. Archie Andrews rushed for 68 yards on 19 carries. Linka from Captain Planet led the receivers as she caught 3 passes for 41 yards. Heathcliff led the defense with 8 tackles and 4 assists. Mati scored only 1 point. For the defending champs, Izzy finished 31 of 34 for 233 yards and 2 touchdowns. She threw 23 straight completions, a new USCFL record, with a 91% completion rate, also a new USCFL record. She also rushed for 40 yards on 5 carries. Harold, the player of the game, rushed for 243 yards on 35 carries and 2 touchdowns. Justin rushed for 55 yards on 12 carries and 1 touchdown. Gwen led the receivers as she caught 7 passes for 53 yards and 1 touchdown. Jen Masterson of 16 led the defense with 5 tackles, 5 assists, and 1 interception. Jonesy Garcia finished with 11 points. And here's the highlights of this game, courtesy of EA Sports. In 1 minute, find out how the third new record was established, as we will talk about and present the highlights of Game 14 between the Filmation All-Stars and the 80s All-Stars from Miami. Welcome back. Throwing 23 straight completions and having a 91% completion rate were indeed impressive. But let me ask you this. When you were a kid, did you ever play on the seesaw? If you did, then you will get the idea the game in Miami was like. In Miami, the Filmation All-Stars lost by a touchdown against DreamWorks in round 1, and as we pointed out, the 80s All-Stars defeated Team Canada on opening night. But in this game, both teams matched each other until the end. When one team scored, the other team matched it. This went on 6 times in the game, setting a new USCFL record. In the first quarter, Gem of the 80s All-Stars started the scoring as she threw a 7-yard touchdown pass to Michelangelo to go up 7-0. About 4 minutes later, Shira of the Filmation All-Stars got the tie as she threw an 8-yard touchdown pass to Glimmer to tie the game at 7. Bumblebee of the Transformers kicked a field goal as the 80s All-Stars led 10-7 after the first quarter. Adora answered back with a field goal to tie the game again at 10 to start the second quarter. Bumblebee and Adora each kicked their second field goals to tie the game again at 13 at halftime. Again, in the third quarter, Adora and Bumblebee each kicked field goals as the 80s All-Stars led 19-16 at the end of the third quarter. Adora's fourth field goal tied the game again for the 5th time at 19 to start the fourth quarter. More than 2 minutes later, the Baroness from G.I. Joe recovered a fumble from a punt return and ran it in from 16 yards out to go up 26-19. Less than 4 minutes later, Shira tied the game for the 6th and final time as she connected with her castmate Flutterina from 5 yards out to tie the game at 26. Then with 2:24 left to play, Spinnerella ran into the end zone from 8 yards out as Filmation ended the seesaw battle and won 33-26. Filmation will go home for round 3 while the 80s All-Stars will play on the road. As for the stats in this game, beginning with Filmation, Shira finished 27 of 38 for 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. She currently leads all quarterbacks with 905 yards passing after 2 games. Spinnerella rushed for 100 yards on 21 carries and 1 touchdown. Prince Adam of the He-Man series rushed for 77 yards on 15 carries. Peekaboo led the receivers as she caught 7 passes for 88 yards. Hordak led the defense with 6 tackles, 3 assists, and 2 sacks. Adora finished with 15 points. For the 80s All-Stars, Gem finished 16 of 28 for 166 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. April O'Neil rushed for 210 yards on 35 carries. Michelangelo led the receivers as he caught 5 passes for 57 yards and 1 touchdown. Rumble of the Transformers led the defense with 7 tackles and 6 assists. The Baroness, the player of the game, had 1 tackle, 2 assists, 1 fumble recovery, and the touchdown she scored in the fourth quarter. Bumblebee finished with 14 points. And here's the highlights of this seesaw game, courtesy of EA Sports.
You and I in a little toy shop, buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got, set them free at the break of dawn, till one by one they were gone. Back at base, box in the software, flash the message, something's out there, floating in the summer sky. 99 red balloons go by.
In 1 minute, we will continue our series of player profiles with a character, although only in her second year in the USCFL, She has made her fans ask for 40 years, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah!
Well, she sneaks around the world from Kiev to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filter from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
I see the sun is South Korea, baby. Now they come fly your go from it. I'm between the Greenland, they'll be singing the blues. Well, they never on guitars. Let me go from the jungle. Tell me where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
She go from Nashville to Norway, by air to Zimbabwe, Chicago to Czechoslovakia. Well, she runs like a stand, roller skin, Scandinavia, Belgium, stick her with down under, and go, a big rocket bird. She won't know this is where's the meter.
Welcome back. One started out as a computer game, turned into two popular game shows on PBS, to a Saturday morning cartoon on Fox Kids, to a reboot on Netflix, and now a player in the USCFL. She's done it all, but she is as elusive as the Loch Ness Monster. This week we are profiling Carmen Sandiego, a woman of mystery, intrigue, and on defense for the DIC All-Stars. Keep in mind that we are profiling her Saturday morning cartoon on Fox Kids.
Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego? Is an American live action / animated television series based on the series of computer games. The show was produced by DC Productions LP and originally aired from February 5th, 1994 to January 2nd, 1999 on Saturday mornings during Fox Kids network block. Reruns aired on the Cubo television network from June 9th, 2012, alongside Animal Atlas, to May 26, 2018. The series won a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Children's Animated Program in 1995, and in the same year was spun off into a Where in the World-styled video game entitled Carmen Sandiego Jr. Detective. Its theme song uses the melody from the chorus Sing dem großen Basse Lieder, Sing Songs of the Great Pascha, from Mozart's opera Die Entführung aus dem Serail, The Abduction from the Seraglio. The script for every Earth episode had to meet the approval of Broderbund, which created and, at the time, owned the Carmen franchise. Their cause for concern was the level of the violence on other Fox children's shows such as X-Men and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Broderbund did not require this of the creators of the World and Time game shows that aired on PBS, presumably since PBS, as the distributor of such shows as Sesame Street, had a long-standing reputation for nonviolent educational children's programming. The lead characters of Earth were featured in Carmen Sandiego Jr. Detective, released in 1995. The opening theme song for the show is Sing dem großen Basse Lieder from Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's Die Entführung aus dem Serail, with new lyrics, pop instrumentation, and a backbeat. The Rainbow Animation Group, later renamed Galaxy World Incorporated, not to be confused with the Italian studio Rainbow SBA, and Han-Yong Productions contributed some animation for the series. Fox Video originally released the series on VHS through their Fox Kids video label, which contained 2 episodes each. In November 2001, Lionsgate Home Entertainment and Trimark Home Video released 2 VHS tapes, Carmen's Revenge and Time Traveler, consisting of the show's 3-part episodes, Retribution, and Labyrinth, in a feature-length format. Time Traveler was also released on DVD, and alongside the Labyrinth episode, also came with a demo of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Treasures of Knowledge. A video of the episode Timing is Everything was included with some versions of the mentioned game. In September 2003, Sterling Entertainment released Into the Maelstrom, and No Place Like Home on VHS and DVD. Into the Maelstrom contained the 3-part Retribution episode, while No Place Like Home contained the episode The Remnants and the 2-part episode Can You Ever Go Home Again? The DVD versions contained When It Rains and Follow My Footprints as bonus episodes, respectively. Encircle Entertainment reissued both DVDs in 2007. In June 2006, Shout! Factory and Sony BMG Music Entertainment released the first season on DVD. Due to poor sales, no further seasons were released. Mill Creek Entertainment released Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego? The complete series on DVD in Region 1 on February 21st, 2012. This 4-disc set contains all 40 episodes of the series. They also released a 10-episode Best of Collection the same day. These releases have been discontinued and are now out of print. Mill Creek re-released the complete series on DVD in Region 1 in June 2017. Pidax, a German company, released the complete series on DVD for Region 2 in 3 volumes in 2019 in English and German. The whole series is available to stream on Paramount Plus in some territories. Following the plot of the Carmen Sandiego franchise, Earthsea's international thief Carmen Sandiego, voiced by Rita Moreno, lead the organization Vieli in stealing treasures from around the world and leaving clues behind for ACME agent Zach, voiced by Scott Menville, and Ivy, voiced by Jennifer Hale, under the guidance of the chief, voiced by Roger Bumpass, to find in order to capture her. In this version, Carmen Sandiego was a former agent of ACME who left to seek a greater challenge, and has a strong code of ethics when stealing items and why she went rogue. The player is an unseen live-action character who bookends acts by communicating with Carmen. It is implied that the television series is a video game that they are playing from a computer. Mostly the recurring bit in the series, where Zach and Ivy finds Carmen and she gets away and Zach and Ivy retrieves the stolen items that Carmen stole, and mostly her henchmen are usually captured. The player and Carmen have a couple words at the end of the episode and will play again soon, and someday Zach and Ivy will capture her. While Carmen is originally presented as the show's titular antagonist, she becomes more of an anti-hero as the series progresses. She even helps Zach and Ivy fight against mutual enemies. As for her time in the USCFL, she is one of the newest characters to join the league when the DIC All-Stars became a team in 2024. She's a defensive tackle and in time will become one of the best defensive tackles in the league. Her pursuers Zach and Ivy also joined the league in 2024, in which Ivy is on the offensive line while Zach is a cornerback. Another character, Dara Rizka, is a reserve defensive player. If it meets with YouTube standards, the following is a brand new video with clips from the Saturday morning series. If it doesn't, please send us an email at uscflnetwork@gmail.com and we will send you the video with our compliments. For 40 years, people have asked where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. For all you know, she might be right there in front of you, or she will be somewhere else.
Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego. Where on earth can she be? Tell me where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego. Where on earth can she be? Where on earth can she be? Lady Lisa, Timbuktu, can you help us find it? Where do you go, my lovely? Where do you go? I wanna know, my lovely. I wanna know. this heartache deep inside. You gotta help me make it through the night. Save me. Come back and save me. Where do you go, my lovely? Where do you go? I wanna know, my lovely. I wanna know, where do you go, my lovely? Where do you go? I wanna Where do you go?
Acme's back in business, Carmen, and your thieving days are numbered.
Ha! One of the rules to good writing applies here, player. Only write about what you know, and anything unnecessary, cut out.
In 1 minute, we will reveal the answer to last week's trivia question, this week's question, and a preview of the final 2 games of round 2. Welcome back. Now for the answer to last week's trivia question. We pointed out that certain characters, franchises, and shows have had pinball machines made for them, and which character doesn't have a pinball machine made for them. If you guessed SpongeBob SquarePants, you are correct. As of the date of this video, SpongeBob hasn't had a pinball machine made for him yet, but you never know. Other characters and franchises that have had pinball machines made for them, but are not limited to, are South Park, Superman, Batman, the Ninja Turtles, Bugs Bunny, Elvira, Star Wars, Star Trek, James Bond, and Playboy, among others. For the record, I have a Playboy pinball machine in my garage, and it was made at the time of Playboy's 50th anniversary. Now for this week's question. The category is SpongeBob by the Numbers, Part 4. The degree of difficulty is All-Star. In the episode Graveyard Shift, Squidward told the tale of the hash sling slasher, and when he finished, SpongeBob screamed many times. How many times did SpongeBob scream consecutively? Is the correct answer A, 18 times, B, 40 times, C, 27 times, or D, 55 times? We'll have the answer for you next week. And that will wrap things up for an historic Week 7 of the USCFL's 2025 season. our 45th year and 20th year online. Next week, round 2 concludes as we will talk about and present the highlights of Game 15 between the Hanna-Barbera All-Stars and the Fox All-Stars from Charlotte, and the highlights of Game 16 between the Warner Brothers All-Stars and the DC Comics All-Stars from Kansas City, along with another player profile in the USCFL. The winners of these 2 games will determine who plays who and where in round 3. And until next Sunday, this is Robbie Graham of the USCFL Network wishing you peace. And now more than ever, take care and stay safe.
All the characters and franchises mentioned throughout this webcast remains the copyright of their respective owners. They were used for the purpose of entertainment and/or education, and therefore no breach of any copyright laws were intended. This webcast is protected under copyright and must not be rewritten, re-recorded, rebroadcast, or re-uploaded in whole or in part without the prior written consents of First and 10 Productions, the American Association of Animation, and the United States Cartoon Football League. Copyright 2024.